Hey everyone, it's Chainsaw 12 here, and I'm back with another video today. Sorry about the little weirdness. Anyways, a lot of you would probably say that this is a weekly mail topic video. This is a topic, basically. But it's just a little question I have to ask you guys. As you read above, what do you think the next Metallica album will be? Because I've been thinking about it a lot and reading the interviews that they did last year, the interviews they did this year, and talking about the album a little bit here and there. And from 2011, they were talking about how they think that the next Metallica album is going to be more of a Black Album type feel. It's going to have shorter songs. It's going to sound like the Black Album 2. So that's the way they've summed it up. And then in 2012, this year, James Hetfield and I think Lars at one point stated that yeah, we think they're going to be longer songs. It's just going to happen. It's the Metallica nature to write long songs, except the Black Album, of course. But I feel like, in my personal opinion, I think that Metallica are going to do what they feel like is comfortable for them at the time. Because at the time of Death Magnetic and Beyond Magnetic recording sessions, not released the same year, the Death Magnetic sessions, it felt right because Rick Rubin, brought in as the new producer, was like, okay, guys, look. I want you guys to write like you did back in the day. Back in the Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. He mainly stated on the Master of Puppets, like, go back to 1985 when you guys were writing Master of Puppets and write like that. And so that's what became Death Magnetic. So at the time it felt comfortable because they wanted to go back to the thrash roots because we know Load and Reload, it was different. It wasn't Metallica. It was a different type of Metallica. It was the softer Metallica. Basically, Black Album softened down more. But then Saint Anger at the time, it didn't feel right. But at the time for them, they felt like they wanted to go back to that earlier garage band roots. Like before they actually released Kill 'Em All, it was the garage band sounding. They wanted to sound like a garage band. And they succeeded in the production quality, but I feel like if the production was better, the album probably would have been received more. But as time goes on, Saint Anger is still probably either one of the most hated or the most hated Metallica album released to date. Um, but my personal belief is I feel like Metallica should do what they feel as comfortable because I don't want to be that fan that goes they gotta write another thrash album, they have to write another thrash album. No, I'm not gonna say that because the Black Album in its own right is amazing. The Load and Reload in their own rights are amazing, and Saint Anger in its own right is what it is because Saint Anger was written at a time when the band was being strained. They didn't know what to do. Like they just wanted to go back to their early roots because Jason Newsted left the band. Sorry, and they just at the time it felt right. So Death Magnetic, it felt right for them. So now we're coming into 2012, and hopefully the album will start being recorded this year. I'm hoping, but I'm not sure. But I feel like that Metallica should do what they feel comfortable with because some haters out there go, well, Death Magnetic is a flop because they can't play the songs live and it's too technical for them now because they're older. I personally don't believe that. I personally feel like it gave them the energy that they needed because from Saint Anger, that album just didn't give them what they deserve for the band. I feel like Death Magnetic gave them that sound of being the greatest heavy metal band, as a lot of people say, and I personally say it. But I feel like Metallica should do a mixture of both. A mixture of the Death Magnetic, early Metallica, the thrash, the first four albums, and also a mixture of the Black Album. Now, what I mean by that is they stated in 2011 in the interviews, they stated that they were going to write shorter songs. Then this year they've stated, well, there's probably going to be some long songs. So a mixture of both because we're going to have long songs, short songs. Like I personally believe long songs, and short songs are going to go together because they can make it work. It worked on Load and Reload, which that wasn't a heavy album. That was just a more mellow album, we know. But it had short and long songs on both records. So I feel like they could take the element of Load and Reload with short songs and long songs and put it together as a thrash, groovy metal album, the Black Album and Death Magnetic, early Metallica stuff. I feel like they can pull it off. I feel like that they could do it. They just have to make sure that they write the songs correctly and that they fit well on the album, so it's just a smooth ride through all the songs, the short ones and the long ones. And so there's no like stop in the road where that song doesn't fit there, it doesn't feel right. So they have to make sure. But I feel like that they're going to go in the direction of how they feel at the time of the recording. But I personally believe that they're probably either going to write another thrash record, or they're going to do another black album, or hopefully a mixture of both. But we will see. But as like I said, you guys, you comment down below and you let me know personally what you think the next Metallica album is going to be, and what you think they should do as the band, and how did you receive Death Magnetic as a comeback from the thrash era roots, for them to come back? Do you think that that was good for them or bad for them? Just give me your basic ideas of the Death Magnetic thing and what their next album should be, or what you personally believe they should do for the next album, because it's a big thing, because every Metallica album brings you something different. So just comment down below and let me know, guys, and I'll see you guys on Friday with Weekly Metal Topic episode 23. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss this episode, because it's going to be quite a doozy. Okay, see ya.